Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. The Telltale Heart is a renowned short story by Edgar Allan Poe, first published in 1843. It's a chilling tale that delves into the mind of an unnamed narrator who is haunted by guilt and paranoia. The story begins with the narrator's claim that he is not mad, despite the terrible deed he is about to confess. He explains that he had an extraordinary sensitivity to the senses, particularly hearing. The narrator then reveals his motive for the crime, the old man's vulture like eye that unsettled him. Night after night, the narrator sneaks into the old man's room, meticulously observing the old man's eye, which is always closed. However, on the eighth night, a small noise startles the old man, causing him to open his eye. Driven by a growing obsession and convinced that the eye is evil, the narrator is determined to rid himself of it. On the following night, the narrator stealthily enters the old man's room once more. As he approaches the bed, his heart pounds loudly, and he worries that the old man might hear it. Finally, unable to bear the sight of the eye any longer, the narrator lunges at the old man and smothers him with his bed. The old man's heart stops beating and the deed is done. Afterwards, the narrator dismembers the body and hides the parts beneath the floorboards. He is convinced that he has committed a perfect crime. However, as the story progresses, the narrator becomes increasingly tormented by the sound of the old man's heart, which he believes is still beating and growing louder. In his paranoia, the narrator begins to hear other sounds too, such as footsteps and whispering voices. Overwhelmed by guilt, he eventually confesses his crime to an imaginary audience, shouting that he admits his madness. The story concludes with the narrator revealing that it was his own pounding heart he heard all along, as the authorities arrive in response to a neighbor's report of a shark. The Telltale Heart explores themes of guilt, obsession, and the fragility of the human mind. Poe's masterful storytelling and use of suspense make it a captivating and disturbing tale that lingers in the reader's imagination.